Hi guys, we're on probability now. The question is, two marbles P and Q contain identical marbles. Sorry, two bags P and Q contain identical marbles except for the colors. Bag P contains 3 green and 4 red marbles. Bag Q contains 2 green and 3 red marbles. So part A of the question is, find the probability of picking a green marble from bag P. So we have two bags, we have P and we have Q. We are told P has 3 green and 4 red. Q, we are told it has 2 green and 3 red. But the question is, find the probability of picking a red marble from bag P. So we are interested in bag P, this one here. So the probability of picking a red marble is 4, because there are 4 of them. 4 out of the total number, that is 3 plus the 4, which is 4 out of 7. Yeah, that contains 1 mark. Then part B, it says 2 marbles were picked at random from bag P, once at a time, without replacement. Draw a probability tree diagram to show all the possible outcome. So we have to note some words here. The words like were picked without replacement. In other words, when you pick one, you don't replace it back. So when you pick, there's a reduction in the total number of it. So a tree diagram, we draw it like this. But we are dealing with bag P here. So the probability of picking let's say green, and here is red. Sorry. Green and red. The probability of picking a green, because green are 4 of them, will have 4 out of 7, and red are green are 3, sorry, and red is 4 out of 7. But that's the first pick. Then we have the second pick. You can pick a green and a green again, or a green and a red, or you can pick a red and a green, or a red and a red. So here this is 3 out of 7. So if you pick another green, that means the number of green will remain to be 2, and the total number will reduce by 1, so it will be 6. So it will be 2 out of 6. And if you try to pick a red, that is to mean the number of red now, they remain to be 4 out of, but the total will reduce by 1, that is 6. Then on the red part is, if you try to pick, you have picked a red, and there's a probability of picking a green. So if you pick a green, the number of green here, there will be 3 out of 6, and the red there will be 3 out of 6. So we can complete this one by saying you can either pick a green, or green red, or red green, or red. So this is the probability tree diagram. Yeah, that's the probability tree diagram. Then part Roman 2, we are told find the probability that the 2 marbles picked were of the same color. In other words, if they were the same color, it's either you pick a green or a red. So the probability now of picking a green or a red. But we know in probability the terms or means addition, and it implies that you multiply. So the probability of picking a green, this is 3 out of 7 3 out of 7. Again you multiply by 2 out of 6, then you add, or a red, that is 4 out of 7 multiplied by 3 out of 6. This will be 6 out of 42 plus 12 out of 42. When you add here, you will get 18 out of 42. Or you can simplify. When you simplify this one, you remain with by 6, 3 by 6, 7, remain with 3 out of 7. So this is the probability whether the two marbles are of the same color. Part 3. Find the probability that at least one red marble was picked. So we are saying the key term here is at least one. At least one means one or more. So in other words, we find the probability of whether picking a green red or a red green, or the probability of picking a red. So we come and utilize the T diagram that we have. Probability of picking a green red is 3 out of 7 multiplied by red is 4 out of 6, plus probability of picking a red green is 4 out of 7 multiplied by 3 out of 6. Then you add probability of picking a red, that is 4 out of 7, and red is 3 out of 6. Or because the question says at least one, in other words, when you look on this diagram here, on the probability diagram, we have only one instance here where there's no red. So you can do this question in other words, like saying, because the total probability is supposed to be 1, you'll take 1 minus the probability of picking a green, that is 3 out of 7 multiplied by 2 out of 6. So when you do this one, it's supposed to give you the same answers when you do this one. So when you let's start with the first one. When you multiply here, you will get 12 out of 42 plus 12 out of 42 plus 12 out of 42. You'll get 36 out of 42. If you simplify this one by 6, it will be 6. It will be 6 out of 7. Yeah. Okay. When you do this setup, which is supposed this is the answer by the way, but I'm saying we can also do this one. You can take the probability of picking a green minus the the total probability minus the probability of picking a green. So here it will be 1 minus 6 out of 42. Here will remain with 36 out of 42. When you simplify, you get 6 out of 7. So this is the answer, or this one or this one, both of them are correct method. Thank you. Part C. The marble picked from bag P in B were both put into bag Q. A marble was then picked at random from bag Q. Calculate the probability that the marble picked was Roman 1 green in color, and Roman 2 red in color. So I've tried to draw the probability tree diagram here for you. So we have the probability of green, 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 red, red, green, red, green, green, red, red, all the probabilities that are here. So the probability of being green in color, we'll be looking at the probability that the green color was picked the third time. In other words, we look at the green on the last part because we already have the first pick from Q. So we'll look on this probability here. The probability of picking a green, it will be here, a green again here, a green, and a green. So you multiply the probabilities here. I've tried to do it simplified for you. So when you multiply this one and simplify, you will get 4 out of 49 plus this one here, you will get 6 out of 49, and this one here you get 6 out of 49, and this one you'll get 4 out of 49. So when you add them, you'll get 20 out of 49. So this is the answer. So the probability that it was red in color, so we know the total probability is supposed to be 1. So when it is not, so when you want to find the probability that it was red in color, you will take 1 minus the probability of green, which is 1 minus 20 out of 49, and you'll get 29 out of 49. So this is the answer. Thank you guys, and welcome.